Did you want to be in the video too, buddy? Do you want to be in the video too? Okay. Say hi, Gray. So, how's it going, everybody? This is Nick, and this is my little buddy Grayson. I know he's been in a couple of videos, but I've never really formally introduced him. So, as you can see, the lighting is a little bit different than what I normally do. And that's because I wanted to try a new lighting fixture to kind of see... to kind of play around with a couple different things, see if I can make the video quality look a little bit better, because, you know, it's been roughly 6 months since I started this channel. I think I started back in July, and I'm coming close to my 100 subscriber special kind of thing, and it's crazy. Like, thank you everyone that's subscribed and watched the videos and have commented and liked and all that stuff. It's really nice, you know, because I talk about a lot of like weird kind of off the wall shit, just stuff that I find interesting. So I think it's pretty cool that there's been as much engagement as there has been. The reason that little 100 subscriber special thing is kind of special to me is... Give me a hug. Give me a hug. Yeah? Forgot what I was talking about, but, you know, actually to kind of back things up a bit, it's been about a month since I've done one of these kind of off-the-cuff videos, and I know I said I wasn't going to do them like on a regular basis, but I wanted to try to put at least 2 out a week. It's just been with school, because I just got my bachelor's degree, so, you know, yay. And it was a lot of work trying to get that, and then I also work a little retail job on the side, so trying to do that, plus the holiday season, plus doing my normal every 2 weeks, like every bi-weekly videos. So it was kind of a lot, so that kind of had to take a back seat. I still want to try and get the kind of off-the-cuff videos out once. I know, Dad's not yelling at you, I promise. I want to try to get an off-the-cuff video out at least once a week, preferably twice a week, but unfortunately, unlike my normal scheduled videos, like every 2 weeks, those will for sure come out, but with the off-the-cuff ones, that's a couple of different factors. If I have something interesting I want to talk about, which I've got like a list of crap I want to just talk about, so that's one of the things. If I feel passionate enough to talk about it at that point, and also timing, because with my work schedule, I get up like super crazy early in the morning, and I don't work as much as a lot of people do, or you probably would guess that I work, but I do work quite a bit. So it's finding the time to do that, plus some other like side jobs and stuff that I kind of have going on. I'm doing a lot of stuff, but that's more excuses that I'm making than anything. I should just try to get it done, but I wanted to be upfront and clear. But anyway, to go back to the important part was I almost got 100 subscribers. Like currently I'm sitting at 79, and unfortunately I missed the 69 mark, which I was gonna screenshot that, you know, because I'm so fucking, you know, mature. I was gonna screenshot that, post that on Twitter, and everything's like the big milestone that everyone, you know, gets for, and I was gonna make a video about that, but unfortunately when the 69 came up, it went from 68 to 70, and I was like, fuck. So I missed that, unfortunately. So whoever was the person subscribed at 69, I will like eternally hate you, because you made me miss out on the greatest joke I could have made. But all joking aside, the reason that the 100 subscriber special is so special to me is that so with this channel, and I've let a couple of people know, the different YouTubers and different friends that I've made over the internet through doing this, that none of my family or like friends here in this state know that I do these videos. Nobody. And I've got my own personal reasons as to why I'm not telling anybody that. You know, it's one of those things that if the fact that I've had 79 people, 78 technically, I guess, that have taken the time to watch my videos, no matter if you like the subject matter or think, okay, Gray's laying down now. I wanted to take the opportunity to, before that happens, because I'm going to do this again when the 100 subscriber special does come up, but I wanted to take the opportunity now to thank everybody that's taken the time out to watch my videos, comment, like, even subscribe, any little bit that you've done. And if you're watching this now and you've gotten past my initial ramblings, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. It genuinely means a lot that, you know, when I initially started the channel, I didn't think that I would get even to like 50, 40 subs, and I'm sitting at almost 100. And a lot of it's just because I decided to just talk about what the hell I wanted to talk about. I stopped trying to do the gimmicky thing or do anything like extra. I just, was myself. And in real life, it's funny because we cover a lot of like really taboo and weird topics. If you met me in real life, you'd be like, wow, this is like the most vanilla motherfucker on the planet. I'm pretty like relaxed person in general, but but I do look up a lot of like weird shit kind of on a daily basis, and I wanted to find a platform that I could talk about a lot of this shit with. And it was kind of cool. Like, it's kind of cool that there's been some of the reception, some of the dialogue, and some of the friends that I've made just doing this channel. I know a lot of them aren't necessarily super into the things that I talk about, or I'm like interested in, but that's cool though, because I think it's a nice opportunity to meet different people. So to me, it's a big deal that I've even gotten this far. And I know I've said it a million times. I'm probably going to say it a million more now and after we hit 100 subs, but seriously, thank you. And I genuinely appreciate that. It means a lot. I don't know when I'm going to tell my family or friends that I do have this little YouTube channel. Probably never. Like, it's impossible probably to go the rest of my life without telling people that. Maybe once I hit 1,000 subs. I guess I can kind of say one thing. I'm one of those people that, like you see those stupid memes all the time where they're like, oh, I'm moving in silence. I'm moving in silence. I'm moving in silence. But they're not. They just want the attention. I wanted to be that meme, I guess. I was tired of telling people, yeah, fuck it, I'll just tell now. I was tired of telling people what my plans were, because for me, it's good to get positive reinforcement. It is good to get other people, like your friends and family, to be supportive of the things that you do. But for me personally, the problem with that was I was using it as an excuse to not do anything. Because then my thought process would be, oh, well, even if I don't do it, or if I let it go this time, they'll still love me. They'll still, watch my stuff later. That reinforced a negative part in my head where it got me lazy. Because I've started to try to create channels in the past. I used to stream a long time ago. And for one reason or another, I ended up stopping. And this is probably the longest thing that I've stuck with in terms of like YouTube or like personal creation stuff that I've ever done. So, yes, it's not the, it's not the fact that I hate my family, because I love them and I know that they would be supportive. But for me personally, it was one of those things that I needed to do for myself. So I was going to save that, but I might as well say it. So on to the more important business, right? What do we do at 100 subs? And I have a couple of ideas, because my buddy Jack, the Psycho Gamers, I've mentioned him multiple times on my channel. So if you've been watching for any extended period of time, I've brought him up multiple occasions. Good friend of mine. I should have his channel linked in the description. Just check his stuff out. Does a lot of really good book reviews now, so just go check his stuff out when you get a chance. But he actually was the one that brought up, because I wasn't necessarily paying that much attention to my subs. I just, because of my work schedule, my school schedule, and all that stuff, I was just boom, 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 go, 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 go for like 2 months straight. And I had just completely, I'd kept, notations on, what my analytics were and what was kind of going on with that, but I wasn't too concerned. And then he's like, dude, you're almost at 100 subs. I was like, what? Are you fucking kidding me? Like, really? Oh man, I didn't think I was, special enough for that, but it's cool. So, my thought process now is, what do we do there? So I want to do something special for my 100 subscribers thing, but I'm not sure what I want to do yet. And now, if you have any ideas, definitely let me know in the comments. I'll check it out and see if I'm there. But I had a couple of ideas, right? The first video on my channel was a top 5 best Lubu moments. I'm a huge Dynasty Warriors fan. I like a lot of like ancient Chinese type shit and like Asian culture and stuff, like, obviously, but I was thinking I could do a follow-up to that, like another top 5 Lubu moments. Or I could do another Dynasty Wars character. The only one for sure that I'm not doing is Cao Cao. And there's a reason why, and I'm not going to say why yet, because someone I've been talking to about that. We're working on something that's probably more than I should say, but it's something from the pipeline later on. So that's an option. Another option would be to, I've talked about Asian, AV idols and stuff. So, Mariko Kawana, Rika Nanase, Naoe Kawa, and Asami Joe. 3 of which are, were primarily like Super Sentai, Power Ranger type shows. The other one was its own AV idol. And I do plan on covering more AV idols in the future, because there is a lot to unpack with that industry. And there's a lot of like dark secrets and just really interesting stories to tell when it comes to that stuff. So I could do another one of those, you know, type AV idols. But I was thinking I could do something a little bit different, and I could look at an American porn star. I guess technically they're not AV idols out here, but I could look at someone like that, male or female, doesn't really matter. So if you have ideas, you know, feel free to put them in the comments. I have a couple of ideas, and a couple of angles that I could work, which I think would be kind of funny. Okay, I mean, if you can't tell, most of the time I do my videos because I either enjoy the subject matter a lot, I can find something to laugh about with it, or I have like an angle or something that an actual approach to it, rather than, you know, your standard cookie cutter, you know, I go on Wikipedia and just copy down what the last person says type shit. Like, I try to have something to say when it comes to that. That being said, if we're talking about American porn stars, there is a topic that would be kind of funny to talk about in terms of like psychology. I don't know why that's so hard to say, but anyway, I was thinking it would be kind of funny to look at the modern and we actually kind of touched on it with Mariko Kawana, but the epidemic of MILF porn that's kind of come into predominancy. And what I mean by that is the actual growing industry that is like the stepmom genre. I mean, we've all seen like the memes and the jokes, and there's a lot of YouTubers now that even have made like, oh, my stepmom gets caught in the dryer type shit, you know, like those videos like as jokes. And I think it would be kind of interesting to look at how that got started. I have a couple of angles that I can approach that from to kind of see where that may have all gone. And that actually ties back into some of my original videos that I've done as well here on too. Or I could look at somebody in particular, or a group of people in particular that are capitalizing the most in that industry. And that might be an angle that I could approach with that, because there's doing some preliminary research on that. There's like, what's the guy's name? Kyle Balls, which I don't know if that's his real name, but it's really funny if that's the case. What was the other one? WCA. There's some dude named Luke that I also said that's really big. But anyway, I digress. So there's a lot that I could do with that if that's the 100 subscriber special. And if it's not, it's something I plan on covering in the future, because I think the topic in of itself is kind of funny. In just how 20 years ago you would not have guessed that would be the #1 searched term for all this shit. So that's an option as well. Another option that we have, I could look into more like mainstream conspiracy theories or mainstream type of topics. Particularly, you know, I did the video about Carrie Von Erich as my second video back in the day. And that was more of a theory and that is actually going to be something I cover in the future. That's something I'll talk about at the end of this video, but I could do something like that, because I talk about mostly obscure ass topics. So I don't really talk about like stuff that normally would be that mainstream, you know, for people to like look up. So that's something as well too. There's a lot, and if you could think of also anything else potential that would be interesting, I wouldn't mind looking into it as well. I'm a pretty open person. I was actually having a conversation with a friend of mine over email, and I had said to him that, you know, with me, you can pretty much talk to me as long as it's not illegal. You can basically talk to me about anything. Like I'm pretty open book and open-minded to people's thoughts and ideas and shit like that. So pretty judgmental or judgmentally free. You know, obviously I'm kind of an asshole, so like I hate you all already. But yeah, so that's kind of the gist of what's been going on in this little off the cuff here. 100 subscriber special is coming, so if you got any ideas, or even if you don't, like that's fine too. Just the fact that you're here now means a lot. So the next video I'm doing, in which will come out if I release this Monday, it'll come out next week on Wednesday before Christmas. My top 5 Super Sentai Christmas themed episodes. That's been really fun to work on. I'm actually going to shoot that right after this. This is primarily, like I said, just set up for lighting and see how that looks. But then after that, the week after that, I'm actually going to be shooting an update video. So I've done 15 or 16. No, I'm not technically counting this as the end of my year, my first year yet, because that'll be in June or July or whenever I started the channel. But what I want to do in my new tradition is at the end of every year, I want to do a follow-up update video. And what I mean by that is all the videos that I've done so far, I'm very immensely proud of all of them. Even the ones that I started out initially where I didn't know what the fuck I was doing, I'm still very proud of those. But since that time frame, I've learned new information about the various topics that I've covered. One would be like Carrie Von Erich video. Rika Nanase is a big one, which I will definitely be covering. Shout out to Norman, you know, if you're watching, you'll know. And I'll give him a better shout out when the actual video comes, but just so he knows, like, he's a good friend of mine, and, you know, he's definitely helped with the search with her as well. But Rika Nanase, Asami Joe, even the Shaq Fu episode. So I've got some interesting stuff I want to talk about with that. But anyway, I digress. What I'm going to be doing at the ending of the year, and I'm going to do this every single year, is the videos that I've made this year, if I've uncovered any new additional information, or I have something new to add to the story, or to add to the piece of the puzzle, or if I've actually found an answer to certain questions that I have, I'm going to be saving those till the very end of the year and just do a big video discussing the various updates to those topics. I figure it's easier than doing like one-off videos here and there that maybe take 5 or 6 minutes, or even a little bit less than that. I'll just condense it down to that. Now, that's not to say that I won't change my mind in the future, but for now, that's how I'm going to approach these things. So that's coming in 2 weeks. Next week, we've got the Super Sentai video, and then we'll kind of see what goes from there. Honestly, I'm just fucking excited as to the future, and I'm very humbled. I know I've said this a million times now. This is why these unscripted ones are so dangerous, because I just never shut the hell up. But I'm so humbled and thankful for the fact that you guys have taken the time to watch my videos and are even listening to this now. If you've gotten this far, thank you. So anyway, my name's Nick, and I will catch you guys in the next video, which should be coming out in about 2 days. Or no, in a week. Oh my god, I don't know if I have enough time to do that, but a week from now, the next video will be out, and then from there, and so on and so forth. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Oh, one last thing I forgot to mention. So, my channel name, right? It's funny. I almost want to wait. Okay, maybe that's an option as well, too. The 100 subscriber special, maybe I'll tell you why I named my channel the way it is, because clearly I'm not the most rebellious person. I mean, we're in a fucking Ninja Turtles, you know, ugly sweater. I'm not the most hardcore person. I'm pretty fucking lame, and I'm perfectly content with that. But maybe I'll explain why I'm named that way. Maybe at the 100 subscriber special or the 1,000. Maybe we'll go 1,000 just because that'll never happen. So like, well, we'll never say never, because see, I say that now and that'll happen like next week. So you know what? We'll fucking see what happens. But maybe at that point I will explain how, because it's kind of like a joke. I'll put it that way, and it's something that I use as kind of like as a funny thing. Not necessarily to make fun of people, but kind of at the same time. So, you know, if you've watched my Shaq Fu episode, you kind of might have an idea. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I'm Nick. See you guys in the next video.